Next up on the Jackson County Basketball Media Day event, the North Sand Mountain Varsity Girls, head coach Jeremiah Haynes, and we have 4 seniors and a junior. This almost looks like the entire starting 5 from last year. Callie Kirkpatrick, Caden Reyes, is it Addie? Abby Schaefer, Reagan Weldon, and Madison Renfro. Coach, we'll begin with you. Tell us a little bit about your 2026 Lady Bison.
Pretty much the same team as last year. I think we lost 1 senior. We virtually got everybody back. I think we started 6 different girls last year. Kara Holder started some, but she's not here. She's a junior. Expectations are, we want to get to the state championship. That's the expectations for this year. But I've also emphasized just being where your feet are and enjoying the year and taking it, one day at a time, process oriented. Because if you don't, you'll look ahead. And I want these girls to, they're all going to be adults. Most of them, besides Madison, in 6-7 months. So I'm just trying to get them to enjoy right now and not think about, that. And because I know some of them are ready to graduate, but I also want them to, stay where their feet, be where their feet are, and just enjoy the process and getting to be together. Because, like we talked about, you're never going to get this moment back. You're never going to get the opportunities to be with each other and all the time they spent through the last seven years probably, and just enjoy being together because it is kind of like a family.
And you mentioned family. You and this group of girls here, y'all pretty much grown up together over the last several years, haven't you?
Yes, I think I've coached everyone on the team since they were in the 7th grade. Besides Kara Holder, she moved to North Sand Mountain when she was an 8th grader. But besides that, we've been together, and it's been a lot of highs and lows, but they've stuck with it, and they've reaped their benefits of it, and I'm proud of them for that. But that's pretty much it.
From 7th grade till now, tell us a little bit about the growing up process with this team.
Well, sometimes, I always tell them, you're upperclassmen, it's time to start acting like it. But most important, they were 7th. A lot of them played junior high in the 7th grade. Caden moved up a little bit at the end of the year, and then 8th grade she played full time. And then I think some of these girls played. I think Madison played her entire year as a 7th grader on varsity. She played some 7th junior high basketball. But it's just been enjoyment because you see the commitment that they have toward each other, toward North Sand Mountain, the loyalty that they have. And I think when they were in the 9th grade, we may have won 7 games. And since then, they've continued to get better every year. And I think they won 18, 15, and then last year 22 games. We've been in a tough area. I think our area has had the state champion in it for the 7 years I've been at North Sand. 6 of the 7 times, or 5 of the 6 of state champions came out of our area. So it's been a tough go for us, but we've also came a long way, and it's just been fun to watch them.
What have y'all done over the summer to try to improve for heading into this year?
Well, we didn't have a full roster all summer, but we played a lot of good competition this summer. We went to Middle Tennessee State, which was probably the best. We went 1-5, and it was probably the best thing for us. Played great competition the entire time there. In the summertime, you're just trying to improve, trying to get better at the things that you do, and then see the things that you need to get better at. And if you're not playing great competition and not getting pushed, you're not seeing that. I think we played Scottsboro this summer, Gunnersville this summer, Lauderdale County this summer. Played a lot of great competition, saw a lot of different styles of play, and basically just trying to improve on what we can do and things like that. And most importantly, the defensive end and rebounding. That's the biggest emphasis on one thing that we've got to improve on if we want to take our program to the next level.
All right, we're going to start. I'm just going to start with this lady right here closest to me, and we're just going to, same question, we'll just go around the table. What are you most looking forward to for this season, with this season?
I guess just spending my last few, I guess it's like 8 or 9 months in general left in school with them, but for the season I'm just excited to reach our potential, because every year it's like we grow more and more, and your potential grows. Like every year we're getting better, but our potential is also getting better. So we haven't yet reached our potential, and I think this year is the year that we're going to make it state. It's not if, it's when we do it, and I'm just excited to see that.
Okay.
I was thinking the same thing. I mean, I'm just excited because this is obviously 4 of our last years to be able to play with this group of people and friends that we've made over these past few years. So just getting to spend this last year with them and just going out there and having fun.
I also think getting to spend like my last couple months doing this is also really important because this has been like my family. I've been around these girls since I was in the 7th grade, and I really created a bond with them. And this year is definitely going to be our year because we're gonna dominate.
I agree. It's our last year. We've got a lot of opportunities to prove ourselves to not only ourselves but to everyone around us that has been cheering us on all these years that we weren't good, and now we are, and we've put ourselves back on the map, and we've got one last chance to finish it, and we need to go out strong.
I know it's not my last year, but I plan to work really hard for these girls. I know it's their last year, but we plan to go along and work hard.
Y'all play in perhaps one of the toughest areas in the state of Alabama. And that includes y'all, Pisgah, and Section. And you've made it to Jacksonville, and like the young lady said, it's not if we get to Birmingham, it's when we get to Birmingham. Do you feel like that's the one thing that's missing from this basketball team, is making that appearance in Birmingham?
Question for me?
No. Yeah.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, like I think we talked about it after last season. I think every team that we lost, or it was a really close game, either went into the Elite Eight, the Sweet 16, like they made it there. So every loss we had was a team that is good, and we're just as good as them. Like there was maybe one loss all season that it wasn't even like an in-season game, that it was like, dang, we should have won that game. We're playing to our potential. Just everyone out there is just as good as we are. We're playing tough teams, but we're also beating tough teams.
I do think that is something that we're definitely, I mean, we obviously want to achieve that, and we haven't achieved that in the 5 years we've been playing, and we don't know what that's like, but I mean, we've seen everybody get there, and I mean, it's something that we want to be a part of and that we are hopefully going to be a part of this year.
I agree. I feel like just seeing all the teams in our area and they've all gotten to Birmingham, and just knowing that we have the hardest area and we can get there is really just like a lot of motivation.
I mean, the same thing they said. We play in a tough region of Alabama. Just the whole northeast Alabama is so good that even though you're playing a non-area game or a non-county game, you're still playing a really good team. And we're so close every year, it seems, but a lot of times we can't get over that last hump to get there.
Yeah, I agree with what they said. We get so close, and then we just, I don't know really, but
Does that burn a little bit?
yes,
Absolutely.
it burns the soul.
Coach, when you look at this team and you realize their potential, and you're starting the season November the 8th in Rainsville against the defending state 5A champion, what do you tell your team going into this season?
Make the most of it. You know, when you play high school sports, you know, you're only going to get so many opportunities, and when you get those opportunities, you got to make the most of them. I mean, that's why we practice. That's why we play. I mean, obviously, we want to be, have great characteristics that carry us on to be successful people in our life. But you want to maximize your potential that you have, and going into that game, it's like you're playing the defending 5A state champions. You're playing a game. If you don't bring it, you're going to get your end beat, and not just beat. You're going to get whipped, and that's where we kind of are. Like, I want to play teams that are going to, if we don't bring what we, bring our best, our best attitude, our best effort, and if we don't make plays, then we get beat. And that's not, to me, that's the only way to get better, is playing better teams. And Scottsboro is a respectable opponent, and we're excited for that. You know, I'm excited to play Scottsboro. I hope they're excited for it. You know, the things that they said a while ago about wanting to get to state, I'm gonna remind them every day at practice. You know, everybody can sit in front of a microphone, or after, you can be a dreamer of all these things. But if you don't do it every day, and the decisions that you make, the self-discipline that you make, if you're not player led, you won't maximize. And somebody told me you got to find a team that honestly, you got to find a team that you can lose with, and you build strong relationships where you can tell your kids the truth, and they don't take it personal. And I think all these girls, for the most part, they do that, and that's why they're fun to coach. They've been a part of my life for. I don't have kids, not married, soon to be, hopefully. But I mean, I devoted a lot of time to them, and they devoted a lot of time to me, and a lot of time to North Sand Mountain. And I just, I pray, I hope, I want them to maximize their potential, because we've worked extremely hard to put ourselves in this place, And I'm excited for them, and I'm happy for them. And I just want to see them maximize their potential and make the best of it. And whatever that means, if that means, whatever it is, we just want to be the best team that we can be.
There's a quote that I'm fond of that says there's a huge difference in interest and commitment, and this group seems committed to you.
We could practice at 2 a.m. on the moon and everybody would be there. There's girls sitting right here that ain't missed practice maybe one time in 7 years. And when you can go to practice and when you schedule it and they're going to show up, man, it makes coaching a lot more fun. If you're having to worry about if your kids are going to be there, if they're going to give what they got, these kids they're special. And and I'm lucky to be a part of their journey. I just hope they appreciate what they have at the moment, and when they look back on it in 10 years and say, man, it was some of the best times of my life.
Jason?
Girls, when you were talking about you were 8th, 9th graders, and Jeremiah's talking about getting to these kind of places you are now, what were you thinking back then, and what has made y'all be able to get to this point where you're a legit state championship contender?
I think just hard work in general. Obviously, we've worked tirelessly, endless days of work. But we've grown as well, as people. I mean, we've for sure matured. But, in the 7th and 8th grade, we knew Caden obviously was a baller, Madison a baller. We all knew that we were going to be good players. It was just about putting in the work and committing to the next 4 years. And now we're here.
Being in the 7th and 8th grade, obviously for us it was a tough time for our basketball. We didn't win at all. That's really draining, and it's not very motivating at all. But I think what was motivating about that was seeing everybody else's success and how it made us want it more. And over the years, all of us, I think that we all bought in, and we've all worked extremely hard, and that's why we're here now, and that's why we look like how we look.
I think hard work is also just a big thing on this. We've all put in so much dedication to this sport since the 7th and 8th grade. Put in and day out, breathing, eating, sleeping basketball. And that's what most of us have done. And I think it's come to this point to where we are so motivated and we know we can do it that we're just going to.
7th, 8th, and 9th grade were all we weren't good, obviously. And seeing the other teams at Jacksonville and at state, watching them, just knowing that we could have been there, it's frustrating because we did put in a lot of effort and a lot of work, but we just weren't good enough yet. But we realized that we could be that good, and we put in a lot of work, and now we're to the point we are, and it's a lot more fun.
We were 7th and 8th graders. We probably didn't think about ever winning state. But we just showed up every day, and we continued to work, and now we're here, and we want to win state.
Coach, as we close out, your thoughts on your upcoming season and getting started?
I'd like to, some of these girls, give them a little bit of a shout out. You know, Madison, I don't know how many shots she's made this summer, probably close to 15,000. She's always in the gym. Caden has probably made over 20,000 shots. I would, you know, there's probably not many kids in the state of Alabama that has put that amount of time on their own. Abby plays travel all the time. She's put a lot of work in. Callie puts a lot of work in. Reagan puts a lot of work in. And, you know, just the blend of what they bring makes this team special. Reagan's 110 pounds, but she's got more heart than a lot of people I've ever seen. You know, like, you've got to have somebody that's willing to go in there and do all the little things that take no talent. And she does that. I mean, I firmly believe that she's the heart of our team. And without her, we would struggle, because she wants to guard the other team's best player. She wants to go get offensive rebounds. And it's just, you know, we all got to bring it on the same night when we play those teams. But I'm just excited for and that's not, you know, that's just not them. We have 11 girls on our varsity, and they're all bring something to the table, and they're all, you know, special in their own ways. And I'm proud of all of them. But, you know, we just want to try to maximize what we can do, and I'm going to enjoy it this last year, and hopefully it goes the way we want it to. And we know that we have tough teams. We know what, you know, Pisgah brings, and they do a great job. I mean, Carrie's one of the best coaches to ever walk the face of the earth. We're going to have to go through them. It runs through them, and I think we've got to be up for that commitment. And it's not just one time; it's 5 times. It may be 6 times. Who knows how many times we're going to play them? But I think that we have gained respect, because there's times when we play and we can beat anybody. It don't matter who we play. I mean, Spring Garden's one of the best teams in the state of Alabama last year, and we beat them. We lost to them twice by a combined, 8 or 9 points. But at the same time, we struggled with Pisgah. We beat them once last year and beat them once the year before that. And then, some of the times that hadn't been close. But, I don't want them to focus on their opponent. We got to focus on the things that we got to do to be successful. And that's every day getting better. And then, and there's so much more to it than just showing up with scouting reports. And then just looking at it and have self-reflect on the things that you got to do to be better. And, I'm excited. I mean, November 8th to me couldn't get here fast enough. I mean, we got a volleyball season to end, and hopefully we finish that thing strong. And then after fall break, we're going to start basketball full-time practicing, and I'm super excited for it. And I hope we do the best we can. And then at the end of the year, we'll look back on all the memories we made, and hopefully that's in Birmingham holding the blue trophy.
All right. Well, we wish y'all the best of luck this year as you prepare to get your season started. Callie Kirkpatrick, Caden Reyes, Abby Schaefer, Reagan Weldon, Madison Renfro, and head coach Jeremiah Haynes. Good luck.
Thank y'all for what you do.
Thank you.